There we are. All right.
My glasses crooked, or am I just looking at the camera wrong?
I think it's your head.
Maybe it's my head that's crooked.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the comments were scrolling. I didn't even read like half of them.
Hey, everybody.
I'm missing some.
Let me scroll.
Well, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody.
See?
Yes, Catherine, it's my head.
2 votes. It's your head.
You're checking your hair in the camera. I just saw you.
I did.
You're not scrolling back. Diana said she was first.
She was. Diana was first. Heidi's got snow. Northern New York. Pamela's here from Eddie family. Miss Sue, Cheryl, Susan, the Georgia lady.
Yeah.
Meg.
Don't mention that Catherine woman.
Yeah, she's a little she's a little weird. There we go.
That's what
she said. That's what happens when you get famous. There's
well, we got a little shove from Brandon last night. I was making a joke on his live.
Is it Verona? And there's Teresa. I didn't want to miss anybody. Miss Sue. There's Clea, Marin, Brenda, Denise.
We got some news for Jody too.
We do. Aunt Tony.
Aunt Tony came from Eddie's family.
Here I be.
Here I be.
Melba. Loretta. We're looking over here. So for those of you that
we've got a bigger screen over here.
So for those of you that don't know, we stream from our phone, which is right here. But our computer screen is hooked to it, and it's over here, and it's a lot bigger.
It's bigger so we can read.
Because we're old.
Yeah, especially me.
So he said that Brandon is a good guy. He is a good guy.
So, first, we've got some new people here from them, but last night, so let me go ahead and give you some groundwork, is that Zoe never catches Eddie Family Farms live because it's after her bedtime. She's out. Mm-hmm. Occasionally, she will be laying in bed listening to it, but it's not going to last very long. She's gone. So, Zoe was asleep naturally, and I'm watching Brandon and Stephanie on the live, and they were talking, which is huge. If y'all haven't seen our reel today, Eddie Family Farm is almost to 60,000.
Which is phenomenal. I remember when they were way smaller than that.
That is a crazy number to me. But they're almost there. They are knocking on the door of 60,000. Well, I made a joke saying I want to be like the Eddies and the Walkers one day when I grow up. Yeah. And I said, we're coming up right behind you at 12,000, joking. And he said, he made a few comments about it, and then just randomly, just Brandon being Brandon said, you know what? Let's make Zoe wake up to 12,000 in the morning. And he starts pushing. And I'm like, well, then he had subscribers that kept asking for updates. So I kept having to update my phone because all they can see is like 11.8 or 11.9.
But we see down to the 1.
So I started giving him updates, and he's got subscribers asking, and I'm like, I can't go to bed now because they're asking for updates. So I have to stay to the end no matter what.
Well, we didn't quite make it, but we are
it's
very
like
close.
40 short right now. 60 short.
No.
40 short.
I think.
40 short.
I think
Ain't so. PC outdoors.
So we are ticking along. Like we said, little growth is big growth. And growth is growth, no matter the size.
But if you're new, you just join us for the first time. If you came over from Eddie family or wherever you may have come from, we'll just try not to screw it up too bad.
Well, we're a lot like them. They are invested in their farm and their family, and they, their goal is to live in their dream house on their property, and they're just a little farther than we are. And
so I see Yes, PC Outdoors. We are already at the 11.9. We're about 40 shy of 12,000. So they're cousins, and Eddie family is the reason that they hit 1,000 because they trapped for them
and taught Layton how to do it. That's cool. Yep.
Hey, Andale.
Andale. Urban Homestead.
Looking to get monetized this year. Stick with it. My gosh, it is a grind, no doubt. Mm-hmm. You know, we were talking about that last night too, was that there's a lot of newer channels that we're watching and asking questions, and it is a ton of work. It's not easy to do. Mm-mm. And we've been very blessed with some friends to offer some guidance and help, and
we would be lost without all the help that our people have.
Cog Hill especially, but walkers, and like Brandon did last night, you know, he got involved in the live at Pedals that day.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So they both gave you a good shove, and that's, you got to have that. I mean, you got to somebody's got to help you get going. Yeah. It takes a while to get that momentum. But either way, we're very appreciative to Eddie family for that, and we're appreciative to anybody that's joining us today from there.
Yeah. So if you are new or not, just if you have any questions, you just put them on out there, and we'll go through them. We're not, even if we've covered 1,000 other lives, we'll do it again.
Catherine says she won't comment much. She's driving home.
But she's listening. So that means we can say all we want about
and she can't say anything back.
And she can't type it back.
I got all kind of great decorating ideas for Nellie.
PC is 13 and does it mostly themselves. For some reason, I'm banned from going live, but I go live on Facebook. It might be your age.
It probably an age thing with YouTube, I guess.
That's pretty cool, doing the trapping and hunting.
There's Ed. Ed was there last night.
He was.
Ed's always there.
I remember you telling me earlier that you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before you went to sleep. Yeah. Well, they were really wanting you to wake up to it.
The remote. I think it's on the nightstand, baby.
That's a comment on Facebook. So
what's our favorite animal on the farm? Oh, man.
Well, I know what Zoe's is now.
Well, you say that, but so I love the peacocks. I love them. They're beautiful. They're curious animals. I have a different liking in each pen. And in my goat herd, I love Gypsy. We've had Gypsy the longest, and she is the most calm and just docile. I guess that's the same word. Yeah. But the other ones are full of life. You know, she's real laid back, and she's the oldest.
She just wants red treats.
Mm-hmm. She likes the red donkey treats.
Red only.
Well, horse treats. But the other goats just amuse me because they're just bouncing around and having a good time. But then Mary and Pixie Dixie, they have my heart, because when we got them, we've come so far with them. And I still can't love on them like I want to, but they trust me so much now.
Well, you get to with Jack.
Now, Jack, on the other hand, is a 14-year-old toddler.
Yeah, I guess. I see somebody asking what we thought about his new do. It's starting to fade out a little bit.
Fade out now.
It's
Christmas
a very
time
light
has
pink.
moved on, and he's but Cinco's just really coming around to us now. We've had her a week, and she's really she's doing really well.
Yeah, she is.
She comes for feed.
She's adjusting.
She is. When we pull up, she comes running. We spend a lot of time with her every morning, every afternoon. We're different than Judy, because Judy had people in her farm all the time. So ours is not like that. So but we do spend a lot of time with them in the mornings and then after work in the afternoons, and she's adjusting, and I think she likes it. She's kind of gotten a break from having all the hands and all the people. I think she might actually like that more because now she's looking forward to it.
She loves having all that pasture to run in.
Man,
I don't think I've
laps.
ever seen a cow run that much.
I know.
There's Pam is new as of last night.
I'm catching some of them.
I see Joseph from Kansas. I'm trying not to miss any of y'all. I'm really not ignoring anybody, but I'm trying not to interrupt Zoe either.
Yeah.
But you did ask. Personally, my favorite animal that we had on the farm are the ones that are gone for right now. Mm-hmm. My favorite were always the pigs. But they're gone for right now until we actually are living on the farm. Yes. So.
But, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't think that pigs would have the personalities that they have. And it's just really neat to
Urban
watch.
American got snow today, too.
Yeah. And it's really
You
wild.
You did make it, Gail. We're still here.
How you can have 400 animals and you're going to have 400 personalities. You know, nobody, it's not like, a goat's a goat. No.
No, gosh, no.
Every one of them has their own personality.
Well, even something that's...
Even with the piglets, when we had all the piglets.
With birds, you would think, it's just birds. No, they're way different.
Spot.
The geese are way different.
Yeah, each one is Stuart. If I see the geese everywhere and Stuart, get over here. Stuart stops and he's looking like, oh, Mama heard me.
Yeah, they're all different.
They are.
So it's kind of hard to pinpoint, when it was just, at one time we had almost 500 animals on the farm because we had so many meat birds. We had 2 or 3 batches of them going and piglets everywhere, and it was just a mess.
Hey, Donna, but
so we had all of that going on, and that was just when somebody asked me, well, what's your favorite? What's the pigs? It wasn't a particular pig. It was just pigs.
Pigs all together. And
now it's narrowing down to particular animals because we're not dealing with those bulk numbers.
Right. Yeah.
And it's still going to be my favorite kind of animal. It's going to be the pigs, but they're so labor intensive. I'm just going to wait until we're living there before there's pigs back there. Mm-hmm. So right now, I don't know that I necessarily have a favorite. I mean, I love that Cinco is there, but Jack amuses me, and he's so cool about things. So I don't know. You just have to wait because over the next couple of weeks, things may change.
That's right.
Okay. Before I forget, I saw her ask again, and we're about to give you a post office update, but Miss Jody, your other cards made it through.
Actually, we're still missing one.
I thought all hers came, so we're still missing one of Miss Jody's.
Chances.
Okay, Jody, I lied. So Zoe's gonna have to give you an update on the post office debacle, but after the initial mistake, we did have some of the Christmas cards made it through. You actually opened one that was postmarked the end of November.
Yes. So we finally have gotten that figured out.
Hey, Katie.
The postmaster actually had several cards that had come in, and they stuck them to the side until we could figure out the whole issue. So when I went in Friday, they handed me a stack of cards. And our box is working. All is good. We almost thought they had sold ours to somebody else. It just became a big crazy.
That part of the issue they haven't heard about. So y'all know that a lot of stuff got returned to sender because they were told our box was closed. Right? Zoe went in the following week and it had actually been closed.
Yeah. Right.
We haven't updated them on that part. Oh. They don't know that it actually got closed.
It did get closed.
And then we said, no,
This is not right.
This is not right.
Something...
So they said, come in Friday when the supervisor's here. We'll get it all ironed out. Then now you can tell them what happened Friday.
So we went in Friday, and the postmaster was there, and she said, well, she actually called me Wednesday and said, come in Friday. Postmaster will be here. We'll all figure this out. So I go in. She said, I just realized that we have sold your box to somebody else. And I immediately pick up my phone and start texting Nick, but I never hit send. And she said, hold on, I'm going to go call them and let them know that I gave them, or we gave them, the wrong P.O. box, or we can't sell that, or see if they're willing to swap. If they're willing to swap, you can keep your box. If they're not, then I'm going to have to give you another one. I was like, we still own this box. This is y'all's mess up, you know. So she come back, she said, I'm so dumb. The name that has taken your box is your name. I had Nick's name on the box.
She
knew
a post-it note on our box.
Because she actually follows us. And she said, I had Nick's name originally on the box and your name is on the sticker. Okay. So she's like, the box is still y'all's. And the biggest thing that's gotten everybody so confused is that in their system, it shows that we have not paid for a post office box since the beginning of 2022.
Yeah.
That's almost 2 years.
Right. They would have closed it long ago if it was.
Right. I said, well, I have the receipts where we've been, you know, where we pay for 6 months at a time. I don't understand why, because if it's been February 2 years ago, 6 months at a time, it would still not be due for payment yet. Huh?
Let me tell you something.
You need to tell me something?
We have a secret from Farmer Rett.
You can go watch Mario Brothers.
I don't want to.
Okay, then don't. You're holding the remote. It doesn't matter.
Rett, no.
Papa won't stop asking to watch Super Mario Brothers. So, anyway, long story short, we have our box. It's in our name. It shows up to date on their system, although it never really lapsed, but it lapsed. She saved my stack of cards so they wouldn't have to send them back. And she said for anybody who did send us something and you want to try to resend it,
because there were some large boxes there.
Yes.
And I actually got an email from one of those people that they had been out of town, and they was like, hey, our box came back and said the address was no good. Mm-hmm. Well, I explained this in their email already, but for the others, go ahead.
She said that you can take it to your local post office and tell them to file a dispute that it was returned to sender basically by accident, in mistake, that they should push it back through.
They will send it without charging additional.
They should.
Yeah, postage.
It's at the discretion of the other office, but most of the time things like that happen and they will go ahead and push it back through.
Well, when I got that email, I said, look, if you want to take it to your post office and tell them it was returned in error. Yeah, returned in error. That's what I was trying to say. You can push it back through without additional postage or not worry about it. And that's what they were wanting to do, was they were wanting to send it again, which, look, you're never required to send us anything. Somebody had taken the time to send something, then I don't want the post office sending it back by mistake.
That's right. So I did see somebody new a while ago had asked if we were in Oklahoma.
I did see that. That was, I think it said Aunt Tony.
Oh, yeah, there's Chris. She was the one that had emailed us.
Yes.
Yes.
We are not in Oklahoma. We just tend to continue to make trips there.
Our second home now.
We are in central Alabama. We're in Clanton, Alabama. If you watch Cog Hill, we're about 5 miles from there. Mm-hmm. But we just tend to make trip. I was telling Brandon last night, he was talking about going to events. He's like, hey, this is how you meet people. And
That's right.
he was trying to explain how appreciative that every channel is of people that watch them and ask questions and make comments and whatever. You know, you share posts. So this doesn't work without those people. And he was trying to explain that that's why he wants to go to as many events as possible. And I was letting him know, I was like, hey, when we come in March, that's our 4th trip to Oklahoma for events.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about his Alabama trip and when he came down to pedals and all that good stuff. But I don't know what this note means. I'm going to have to figure that one out.
Zoe's questions, my reel.
Okay, that's what that means.
Yeah.
I was like, why do I have Zoe questions more kids?
I saw that and I was like, I am not questioning more kids.
No, but that is one of the answers that we got from people was they were wanting to see the kids more on videos.
That's right.
We have a problem with that.
They fight all the time.
And they don't want to be on there.
Well, Mackenzie does not want to be on there.
Most of the time.
She tries to hide behind me if we're got the camera out.
And that was something people kept saying, well, why don't you show Mackenzie more? Because she don't want to be on there.
Because if we drag her out there, she's just going to act like she don't want to be there because she don't. And I have to force her. Although yesterday she did play with Rett in the woods and let me video them doing that.
Yeah.
And Chance is good help when he and Rett are not together. But when they're together, they end up fighting. So we actually don't accomplish a whole lot when we're having to play referee more. You guys, if you're a parent or grandparent or anything, you understand sometimes we get more work done without them. But sometimes we want them in there helping because we want them to learn it.
Yeah.
Or even if we're not showing them, they're doing some kind of task working.
So I responded that to several was that.
Thank you, Sarah.
They're involved.
They are.
They're there.
Yeah. Whether they want to be. That
part. So if Mackenzie was there, she probably want it cut out. If Chance is there, there's a very good possibility that it had to be edited out because there was a fight.
Yeah.
So they're involved. It's just we can't always show it.
So like him helping you with the fence, Rett was not even Rett was with Sister. He went with Sister and they were with the animals and stuff. And Chance worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
And Rett, he's helpful when they're not together, but then they want to fight over who's going to carry the hammer and who's going to swing the hammer, and then they both swing the hammer, and then they swing it
at each other, and
yeah. Y'all, it's just life. That's so just
they got to watch Chance help me with H braces just because Rhett wasn't there.
Yeah.
And you get to watch Rhett with me or Zoe if Chance isn't there. But if they're both trying to work at the same job, there is a fight happening at some point.
So then it becomes
maybe not constantly, but at some point.
But then it becomes more. It's harder to finish the task. Everybody gets frustrated. And then you're not really learning. You're not enjoying it. Then you're just trying to get it done because you're tired of dealing with it. You know?
Yeah.
It is what it is. But we do. We've been trying to include everybody a little more.
Well,
we've got something new we're working on. That
I try not to force Mackenzie into the videos because at that age, she probably has friends that may watch it and things like that. And,
well, they know about it too.
I mean, they know it, but she may not want them watching or making comments about it, whatever. And then again, sometimes 14-year-old girls are just mad at everything. Well, she hated your blinker yesterday.
No, Chance clicked
what
something.
Did you say
That's
about
what
it?
I said.
You said something about I hate your blinker? I was like, what?
I'm sorry, my blinker was so loud.
I was like, what is that about?
Well, Grammy said Mac's really shy, and she is as well. She'll turn beet red if you talk to her.
She's beet red right now.
She is. She's sitting in the kitchen listening. She's
beet red right now because she was mad at the blinker.
Well, Chance clicked something, and she just snapped, and I said, it makes that noise. There's nothing you can do about whatever it was. There's nothing you can do about it. It's going to make that noise when you touch it. Like, come on now.
All I saw was the message that said he was mad at the blinker. And I'm like, what?
It said, I'm sorry, my blinker's so loud. Beth said Mackenzie's typical teen. They have these things, and they're being on videos is not one of them.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, and that's okay. That's okay. Y'all follow Coghill. You know how Mary Carl is. That's their age.
And sometimes like they do, sometimes she'll want to be on there with the birds or whatever. If it's something that she enjoys,
then she wants to be part of it. But if it's mom and daddy making you work and you don't want to do it by choice, then they're not going to want to be in it.
I actually titled, before I forget, hey Connie. Connie is new from Eddie family. I actually titled a video about who made a guest appearance because Mackenzie did a little segue to y'all's next move. Yeah. She held the camera up and said something, and I was like,
you know what I did?
Mackenzie made a guest appearance.
She's getting her beet red. I handed her the phone and I said, okay, now you tell everybody what we're about to do, and I'm going over here. So that allowed her to take as many times as she needed to and say whatever she wanted. She didn't have to say anything I told her to say. The only thing I asked is that she just give us a transition, and she did.
Yeah, and I titled it that. Look who made a guest appearance.
So, yeah.
Speaking of titles, there's Aunt Lucy. Where have you been?
Yes. Katie said it's the parents' job to embarrass their kids.
Well, yeah.
You know, we like to embarrass Daddy.
Me
and Rett will go on a different aisle in Walmart, and we'll go, Daddy, where are you, Daddy?
She gets Rett to do it.
Daddy! Daddy, where are you?
You get Rett to do it. You go.
And Nick will come out and he'll go, be quiet.
Come in here.
Don't you? Come here. It's okay. Everybody wants to say hello. Tell them we do that to Daddy, don't we?
Please.
Well, look up at there. Look at the dot right here.
We always do that to Daddy.
We do.
I always run fast in the store.
And you run fast? We do. We holler for Daddy until he comes, don't we? And then he'll come around and go, be quiet. Don't he? Yeah. Oh, everybody's saying, hey, Farmer Rett.
They say, hey, Farmer Rett.
Hey.
So show everybody your nose. We need to do a nose update.
It is so much better.
It is almost gone. There's Grammy.
It's on this side, buddy.
See that little bitty dot.
Little bitty dot.
Grammy said, hey, Pumpkin.
Hey, Grammy.
Yes, everybody's telling you hello.
Mr. Brandon was talking about you last night on his live, too.
He said he used to call you Farmer Red.
You remember when we was in Oklahoma and he called you Farmer Red? I said he didn't care. Rhett don't care.
Only people call me
I think Cody at Bar 7 called him Farmer Red, too.
I'm ignoring them because they said Farmer Red.
Well, it's okay. They know it's Red now.
Close. It's pretty close, ain't it? Yeah. Okay. Go watch your TV.
Hey, Mom.
We'll be done in a little bit.
Can I tell you something?
Tell me. When I get done.
Susan said, hey, famous Farmer Rhett.
Oh, Halen said, hey, Rhett.
Hey.
Hey, he said, hey.
If y'all missed that, it was a story we told a long time ago, and he just did it recently to a boy at church. Sometimes he says that his name is not just Farmer Rhett. So we've gotten that question before about was his name, his first name Farmer and middle name Rhett or how that. No, he's named himself that.
As soon as he could talk clear,
he decided that he was Farmer Rhett. That was his name.
When we would get up and get ready, we would say, okay, you got to get your farm clothes on. And he would start saying, I'm Farmer Rett. And so I kind of just stuck. About the time he was about 2 years old, maybe.
Well, he told that boy, an older boy. It's not like his age. It was an older boy.
Yeah, he's probably 14 or 15.
He told him his name was Famous Farmer Rett.
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me, Rett? He just
There's Aunt Judy.
Yes.
We've already done our Cinco update.
I was telling everybody, Cinco is just, she's thriving. She is running laps and just having a good old time. And she knows when we pull up, here she comes running. She's taking some alfalfa treats.
Mm-hmm.
And
she took alfalfa treats from me last night.
Yes, and
she kind of likes those.
She does. I mean, she don't want much. She's not one of those that's going to overindulge, but she'll take one with some pets. Yeah.
She's not Jack or Gypsy where they just sit there and take treats consistently. But Cinco will take a couple.
Yeah, and then she goes right in at night to be locked up. She goes right in.
Hello, our way out. I had to watch their replay. I completely screwed up, and I admitted it.
Yeah.
I missed their live.
You told me you were gonna get on there.
I know, and I completely missed it. I got busy doing something else, and I completely missed their live. So I had to watch the replay, and then when he got on Brandon's last night, he's a moderator. Brandon. Right. I said something about the moderator being late, and he said, hey, at least I showed up. Oops.
Points earned.
They got snow.
I'm so jealous.
In Arkansas, they got snow, and we got squat. We get rain, period. Zoe has had a Stanley Cup. That is not $100.
I had one that actually last year at the end of football season.
She's been carrying that thing for a year.
All the parents chipped in and gave me a Stanley Cup and some a few other things because I helped with the football team.
She was team mom. She was my sideline coach.
I took care of all the boys standing on the sideline, but mine don't have a handle and it don't cost $150, $200.
Which I think is absurd.
Yeah, I don't understand this whole Stanley Cup thing. Oh, my goodness.
Sue never wants snow or cold weather, but I guess that's why she lives where she lives.
Linda's asking for an allergies update. Well, there's Miss Dawn on Rett. So we know
the dust thing is all we got. We didn't get any
he
update.
Hasn't. I'm not gonna knock on wood because I don't believe in that. But
you can knock on my head.
He is he has not been sick.
No.
I just told you I didn't want to say it. I should have just typed it in. But he has not been sick for the last week.
Now I'm missing something.
What?
I know Hey Mickey is the new alpaca.
Yes.
I saw somebody ask what happened to Judy's nose, and somebody said that he
by Hey Mickey.
I missed that.
And she made a reel or a short video where she's kind of got some soreness and coloration.
The only thing I saw was something about Shane eating blueberry muffins.
Well, you ain't gone back far enough.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It was yesterday or the day before, but I guess it had been yesterday because she just got it. But in her process of working with him and stuff, he headbutted her and she's got some tenderness going on right there.
I bet. There's Miss Ursula. Speaking of snow, I bet she's seeing
some. Oh, yeah, I bet
she's way up there in Alaska.
Lucy said something about me cutting my hair off. That's how long
we've been Lucy hadn't been back in a while.
Stuff going on, but yes, I cut off 8 inches of hair, and it feels much better. Katie says she buys a cup under $25. It must hold cold liquid for 8 to 10, and hot for 4.
Judy said I was all up in this business. I deserved it.
Well, I think Jack would probably headbutt out of being bouncy if I let him get close enough.
Jack's not going to do it intentionally, but he swings that big old heavy head around.
That thing's big.
there's another new subscriber, Tina, from Eddie
Tina.
Family. So she wants to know how many you woke up to, Zoe.
So we are, pull it up right there and let's see.
I did a reel when we got out of church because Zoe had still not looked at YouTube.
You need to tell me one more thing?
And, you know, Brandon's idea last night was to video Zoe waking up to it. And I kind of thought that was probably a bad idea.
Jolly Rancher candies that Miss Catherine gave you.
Because,
have one of the freeze-dried ones.
Just to let you know how Zoe is, Zoe did her makeup before she took pictures after giving birth to Rett.
I did.
She did her makeup before labor, and then she checked it again before she would let me take any pictures of her holding our newborn son.
I wanted to look nice. He was
so cute. Well, I know, but here's the thing. How well do you think it had gone over for me to video you waking up and looking at subscriber numbers? That probably wouldn't have gone over. It
probably would have tanked.
Yeah, I think so too.
I used to do farm videos and people would ask me if I was sick.
Well, I know. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you would have never let me post it.
No.
It is 52 short of 12,000, which is
phenomenal.
Absolutely amazing. It basically went up. Robin. It went up like 130 from Brandon's life. Is basically what it did. But he did that all on his own. That was strictly us joking about numbers, and he just took it upon himself to, you know what? We're going to make Zoe wake up to 12,000. So that's where it went. We were talking about that title with Matt about guest appearance.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of tied into something I put in the notes that Brandon was talking about last night. Apparently, he got hammered over people thinking that it was clickbait, some of his titles. We've actually talked about that some before, but he gave one of the best explanations that I've heard on the subject. He said titles are not for your dedicated subscribers. The titles are to bring in new viewers. Mm-hmm. And it's not that he's trying to trick you. He's trying to make it sound more interesting. Mm-hmm. If he just tells his regular subscribers, hey, we got rid of pigs today. Well, his regular subscribers know what that means.
Right.
They got rid of their pigs, which is exactly what we did. We got rid of pigs. But he said something about leaving YouTube or something, and people got all mad. It was the pigs leaving, not him, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But y'all, how are you going to get new subscribers if your titles are boring and it's just people that watch you all the time know what you're talking about. So when I say we had a special guest appearance, people are going to wonder, I wonder who went to their farm, and they might watch the video. Where people that regularly watch know that I had to be talking about Mackenzie because she popped up on the camera and she's never there.
Right. Yeah, when they saw Mackenzie, they're like, that's who it was because she's never on the videos.
But you try to, look, we have fun with the titles, trying to come up with something that we think is interesting. Thumbnails are the same way. When Rett had the little spot burned off his nose, Zoe did a split screen with me with a chainsaw cutting into posts. Well, that's exactly what was in our video. So it's not clickbait because what you saw on the pictures came directly from the video. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what happened. But people thought that I had cut Rett with chainsaw.
Yes, they
did. No, that's not at all what happened. But you try to just make it more interesting so that you get people interested in watching your video. And if they get on there and they decide, hey, you know what? I kind of like this, they subscribe. Mm-hmm. If they get on there and think, nah, I got drawn in by the title, but this kind of sucks, then no loss.
Right. Because What you see is what you get.
Right, but you've got to get new people to your channel. They're not just coming because they see the name Chestnut Hill Farmstead, because nobody knows what that is.
Right.
Well, who the crap is that?
Misdirection.
It just, I don't want it to sound negative, but Brandon had a really good explanation as that the titles and thumbnails are to get new people to watch you and see if they like what you're doing. If they don't like what you're doing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like our channels that we follow, we're going to watch them no matter what their thumbnail says.
Well, sure.
Just because we want to know what they're doing today. Bye, Tony. He said he's got to go.
Where's he going?
He's probably got to go cook Miss Catherine some dinner.
So, anyway, I just thought that was really
I've
good.
always thought
Miss
clickbait.
Fu said that she thought she likes the way Nico explains things.
I do too. His mind, the way his mind works on
Yeah.
all that's really neat. But I always thought that clickbait didn't even have anything to do with your video at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you do see that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You'll
Like the people that we've talked about several times that are off gridding and they're half naked and then
don't get me started on them,
and,
folks.
You know, and then their video, they're fully dressed in the front of a fireplace with their electricity running. You know, it's just.
Well, I'm never going to go to the lengths of taking a picture of you using an outdoor shower as my thumbnail and then my video being splitting wood.
Please don't. Please don't.
That's clickbait.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
She said fully dressed.
Yeah, but there are people that do that, and I don't care for those channels. So your question on your reel this week, the majority of the answers that we got from people were that we show the good and the bad, that we try to be, and thankfully I'm glad people recognize that. We do try to be real about it, but there are a lot of fakes out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the people that are using clickbait on you, not Brandon saying something about leaving YouTube, meaning the pigs. That's not clickbait. That's drawing new viewers in.
Your thumbnail,
because they're curious. They watch it out of curiosity. They see your thumbnail and they're going to come, check it out.
Well, Meg was saying like she likes Just Dig It's because it's calming. It shows that her videos are going to be calming, and that's exactly what it does. Is your thumbnail is going to set the tone for whatever your video is. If you see you with the chainsaw and Rett's crying because of his boo-boo, then you're going to know that Nick's going to be working with a chainsaw and something has happened for Rett's face.
That was my point, was you can't call that clickbait when those pictures came directly out of the video.
Right. Yep.
It was screenshots of the video. What are you hiding there? Yep.
I'm only attracted to channels that show good down-home real lives. It's like connecting with friends. I get invested. That's right. We're the same exact way.
Well, that's what we found with people that we watched.
Bring me my charger.
I've made no secret about it that some of the first channels I watched were Daniel and Dutch.
Mm-hmm.
And Dutch actually introduced Cog Hill. I didn't even know they existed, and they were right here close by. But if I had met those people in person and they had been drastically different than what they were on their channel, I cannot tell you how disappointed I would have been.
Robin said that Brandon told the viewers that the pigs' owners didn't have YouTube, so they technically did leave YouTube.
There you go. So that's not clickbait. Why are people jumping on him?
Good value videos. That's right.
Yes. Well, Connie, we're referring to some channels that
I don't know if it's got
have done that in the past on their thumbnails, and then they're,
charger.
No, we don't want to be those people. But Robin, you're exactly right. It's
Sorry, guys. I gotta make sure I'm charging here. Where's my little charging thing?
Right there.
Is it charging?
Yes.
Okay.
You got the little lightning bolt.
Are you going to be at Pedals in April?
Absolutely.
Yes. And we're coming to Oklahoma for
We
the
will.
Okie Homestead Expo. Although we're volunteering. I'm not
We
trying
don't
to make it
volunteer.
sound
We're not
like, but
speaking
we
or
are going to
anything.
be there. A lot of you guys will be there too.
No, I've already had questions from people asking, are we going back to the Okie? And I was like, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We will be back at the Okie in March. We'll be at Pedals in April. So, absolutely.
You can tell.
Yes, Janet, and they are. And look, the people that you hear us talk about all the time are exactly like us.
You have to go answer that.
Oh, I do. I'll be back.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Come here, Mackenzie. Nick's on call at work, and the phone started ringing. Nick in a fancy pink apron would be a good attention grabber. So Nick thinks he's going to get out of it, but we're actually going to have him in a bee suit coming up soon. And we are for sure going to have to video that because we're going to have to move bees. And Miss Tanya has already said she is bringing him a bee suit that her husband wears, and he's a big old guy. And Nick's going to have to put it on and help us move the bees. Look, there's everybody saying hey to Mackenzie.
Hey, Aunt Judy. Hey, everybody.
Look, wait.
And this is me.
Daddy's going to get us. Come here, Chance. Before Daddy comes back, he's going to get all of us. Come here. Come here. I'm telling you, come here and say hello. And then y'all have to go back in there because Daddy's going to get us. Look. Tell everybody hello. Put your hands down.
Hey.
There we go.
Everybody.
We got everybody here.
Hey. Hey, y'all guys.
Miss Christie said, hey, Mac.
Hey. Sorry, I'm.
Is Chance riding Cinco yet?
No.
We haven't tried Cinco. We don't want to scare her.
I ride Jack.
But you did get on Jack, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
It was fun.
Was it fun?
Bubba could do it by himself.
We did let Bubba. There's Grammy. She said, hey, everybody.
Hey, Grammy. Where's
She's scrolling. It's scrolling.
Yeah.
Oops, Chance.
Hello? I can't say hello.
Let's go.
They liked your fishing in the video. Fishing in the woods video. Were you fishing in the woods? Tell them what you caught. Quit. Quit with that.
I
Stop.
caught a big shark.
A big old shark. How big was it? It was that big. Everybody's telling you hello.
Hey.
Yeah, we're just, everybody thinks you look pretty.
Thanks.
All your curls are falling out from
Yeah.
church.
Look.
Carla said, oh, she said, hey, Chance. She called you Joe.
Joey.
Are you Joe Chance?
Joe.
Joe Dirt.
Says I caught a
Mackenzie.
60-pound fish, Rett fish.
A 60-pound rat fish that's 3 foot tall. They need a trophy for that, don't you?
I bite. And she ran so crazy.
I did.
Yeah, she ran. She took off. So, hey. Oh, here comes Daddy. Everybody run. Everybody run. Everybody took off running. I think Millie even took off running.
She did. He said, Mama let us go in there.
Everybody said hello to them. They like it when y'all help and be silly on the videos.
I don't know how you got her to get on the live.
She's okay with that because
I can answer questions live.
You can answer questions live. You won't be on an edited video.
Yeah.
everything good.
Ask your mama. I can make all kinds of good stuff come out of what you give me. Yeah, everything's all right.
They don't call you till you doing your second job.
Yeah, I know.
They ain't called all weekend. Till right at 3:30 on Sunday afternoon.
Well, that's all right, though. It's just part of the job.
It is.
What y'all talking about?
Catching a 60-pound 3 foot redfish.
Y'all, if you look real close in that video, you see me and Chance moving on. And that's for a later video what we were doing. Chance and I continue on doing what we're doing. I didn't know all that was going on behind us.
Oh, Jody asked us earlier what's for dinner. Daddy's cooking.
Yeah, Daddy's cooking.
So,
Daddy is cooking pork, steak, and I'm not going to tell you what version. Zoe doesn't know exactly what's happening.
So I never can figure out what to do with pork steaks because we buy our meat by a whole cow or a whole hog. Well, we don't buy our hogs, we raise them. But
yeah.
And I never can figure out what to do with pork steaks. So I pulled some out. I'm like, we got to figure out something to do with this kind of cut. So Nick has a plan. And I don't know what it is.
What is that Daddy Means Business? What did y'all tell I did?
Oh, they know Daddy means, because I said, we heard the door and everybody took off running. I said, you better get out of here. Daddy's going to get us.
Deb said, how'd you get that pink cup? I know you already talked about it. She said Target was having a mess
I'm
over.
telling you.
Zoe has had that for over a year.
Pink ones and red ones. It's just going crazy. But I got my football family gave me this one last year for being the team mom and with a few other goodies. And I use this thing daily. It's just like any of those memes you see or reels you see.
No, buddy.
TikToks you see with the people making fun of the Stanley Cups and the bags.
He needs to tell you something again.
No, we can't do that because they won't let us have it on Facebook or YouTube. We can't show those kind of toys.
I already told you no. I told you no before we come in here.
Pork steaks are awesome, fried or baked. Pork steaks. So they need to tell us how to cook them because you were like, well, maybe we can put it on the smoker. I need to know how I can fix it for every day.
I had an idea in the middle of the grocery store. I just haven't told you what it is yet. And I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do it.
We'll have to try it and then we'll have to do a video of it if it's good.
Well, another thing you asked that question about was what kind of content they wanted to see. And people kept talking about cooking videos. I'm like, y'all, people don't watch them. The views are terrible.
But that's okay. I mean, I still want to do them because I love to cook and I love to bake. I hadn't had time.
We're still going to throw some cooking videos in once in a while, but I can't do those that much because people hate them. Mm-hmm. Our views just tank when we do cooking videos.
Have I had a chance to use my backpack? I use my backpack all the time, actually. I took it with us on vacation, and I use it all the time.
I didn't see about the backpack. I don't know what you're talking about. I missed it.
Miss Glenna.
Oh, okay. They got going pretty fast there. I missed it.
Pineapple barbecue pork steak. I have pineapple in there, actually. You could put it in there.
I'm not putting pineapple in there.
I might put some in mine. That sounds delicious.
You put it on yours, but
brown them and put them in the crock pot with cream and mushroom soup. What would you eat that with? Rice? Or noodles?
Ooh, egg noodles. I told you to do
egg noodles. Mm-mm. I'm talking about if you brown them and put them in the crock pot. You can put it in with...
I told you we had to have rice the way I'm doing them.
Yeah, I'm saying the way she was saying. Brown them, put them in with cream and mushroom.
They're going to be seared and put in the crock pot, but it's not going to be with.
What do you have against pineapples?
I like pineapples. I don't want pineapple on pizza, and I don't want it on meat. And Zoe likes both. She likes pineapples with meat, and she likes pineapple on pizza, and I'm one of those. You know what? That's another reel for you. You need to ask people, do they like pineapple on their pizza? Mm-hmm. That is a touchy subject with some folks.
So go ahead and tell them, because they want to know what you're going to do with it.
I am going to sear it, put it in the crock pot with onions, peppers, and teriyaki, and it's going over rice.
Nicholas, it is almost 4 o'clock. You cannot put meat in the crock pot at 4 o'clock for dinner. I'm
not going to be doing it for tonight.
What are you going to feed me for tonight?
I have a plan. Don't worry.
Okay.
Look, they already getting started on the pie. So, well, how do you eat it?
Right.
See, I don't do fruit in any stuff like that.
Pizza, meat, and pineapple upside down cake is the only way I know to do it. That's right, y'all. Pineapple upside down cake is the best. Yeah, teriyaki baked for pineapple. That is right. It is. It gives all that heavy, earthy a touch of
I tell you what,
sweetness.
you can put the pineapple in there and I'll just pick them out. That's fine. I don't
Okay.
have to eat them. How
You
about
don't
that?
have to eat them.
How about that?
Sarah
I
said
just
stop
pick
being
'em
picky. He don't eat pineapples on stuff like that, and he don't eat bananas.
I don't eat bananas at all. I don't eat banana flavored anything. I don't eat banana bread, banana pudding, nothing. But I do like pineapple. I just don't want it on.
You know what at work I did the other day? I engraved a no banana pudding recipe.
That's just vanilla pudding.
It's exactly right. It's everything without the bananas. And I said Nick would love that, and then I could just put me some bananas in mine.
I was like, what is the point of just eating vanilla pudding?
Mojitos. Are you really from the South? No banana pudding? I'm telling y'all.
So I'll explain the banana thing.
The other thing was watching DJ. She asked where the cinnamon rolls were for her chili, and I didn't understand that either.
Didn't they say that was like a Nebraska thing?
I'm not sure, but I've never heard chili and cinnamon rolls. Well, I think I've heard it once or twice.
I will explain that I used to eat banana and mayonnaise sandwiches almost daily growing up. I ate banana sandwiches with mayonnaise almost every day.
Yeah.
As I progressed,
as your flavor profiles.
No.
Oh. Okay.
As I got older and was playing baseball, part of my pitching routine was to eat a banana to prevent cramps.
Yes.
So I had to eat a banana before every game. And
no, everybody sees why you don't like bananas.
I liked them that way. And I would eat bananas with peanut butter on them, whatever. But when it got to the point to where I did it as a job, I couldn't stand it anymore. I could see because that. I was forced to eat a banana all the time.
Banana, mayo, and peanut butter.
See, Ed's mixing the mayo and the peanut butter.
Oh, Carol likes peanut butter and bologna.
But I could not make myself eat a banana anymore because I had to eat one before every baseball game to prevent cramps, and I hated it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so now I don't want bananas anymore. So the first, I think it was Christmas. It was either Christmas or Thanksgiving. The first time that I was eating with my dad after he married my stepmom, she said, I made you a banana pudding. And I just started laughing. I said, you didn't make me a banana pudding.
She'll never live that down.
You might have made one, but you didn't make me one. Because I don't eat bananas. And I just started laughing. So the next time we had a holiday, she made what you're talking about. A banana pudding without bananas. And it was basically vanilla pudding with vanilla wafers around it. Right. What is the point?
It would be delicious.
I don't...
Chunk the pineapple up, put it in a bowl of chili.
He just asked that I eat pineapple and mayonnaise sandwiches. That's all I like. No, I just don't like it in stuff. I don't do the whole chicken salad with grapes, and I don't want fruit in it.
Mr. Jim said, have we ever made rice using pineapple juice instead of water and cut up some grilled chicken breast to go in it? No, but that sounds delicious.
No, I wouldn't do that.
That sounds good.
Because I don't want pineapple in my stuff.
Mr. Ed said everybody likes bacon.
Well, yeah.
I think everybody can agree on that. Except Mackenzie.
She's un-American.
She is un-American. Hello again.
Hello, Rett. Again? No. No. No.
No, we're not showing cars today.
No. So, Rett gets a warning before every live that we're not going to come in here and show every toy we have, yet here he comes wanting to show all his toys.
Just one toy today.
Okay, you did it.
Yes.
You did it.
You did it.
Oh, he needs to tell them about
it.
Judy don't like bacon. What?
This is my car named Bobby.
His car named Bobby.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's great. Nice to meet you, Bobby.
Don't call me Bobby.
Hey, if you're gonna be silly, you gotta
And
go
he
back in
has
there.
a big engine right here.
He's a cool car. Right? Okay. All right. We're almost done, baby.
Almost done.
We gotta go feed Cinco.
No, Janet, he can't help himself. He and I tell him before the live, hey buddy, you're not bringing all your toys in there to show everybody. We're not doing that. He's got one toy that I knew he was gonna try to pull in here, and it wasn't gonna go well.
Yeah.
With YouTube and Facebook, and I was like, no, you're not bringing that in here.
Well, now
Toy or not.
we've covered animals and the post office and food that you don't eat. Don't like.
Why does all of our lives end up back to food some
Because
way?
now it's time for dinner.
Well, I had
Yes,
one more.
Susan said just plain pineapple is great. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Hey, Arlene.
I had one more thing that we got questions about, and it regenerated the question when we got Cinco, because we've had to explain so many times why Judy had to rehome Cinco. Had to. It wasn't an option.
Why are you using my truck for the cord?
I just needed it to hold the cord.
Buddy.
Go get your shoes on. Okay.
But we had the question about animals to other farms.
Yeah.
So we answered that a lot about why. I've seen Judy have to answer it, and we have answered it. We got the same thing about the pigs. You just keep getting those questions. I think if you have to rehome an animal, what better place for it to go than another farm that you know, especially if they have a channel where you can watch them.
That's right.
Our pigs went to a farm that doesn't have a channel, but
we know
them.
Yeah. We know their life is...
I know when they're having one of the pigs is farrowing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco coming was a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
And we've explained that she was getting of breeding age, and her dad still lives on the farm, so she needed to leave there. And we're going to have that again in March, because we're going to give an opportunity for Brandon and Stephanie to be able to watch one of their puppies grow up,
Mm-hmm.
because it'll be on the channel with Holly.
That's right.
But that question kept coming up, so I've put it in the notes just to explain that I think that's the best place for animals to go, is to another farm, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to rehome some eventually.
Right. That's just part of the farm. Nothing, I hate to say nothing, but things have to sometimes move.
Yeah.
And what better way than to move them somewhere you trust? And
Well,
know.
we had Daisy.
Right.
Daisy, the bottle baby goat who followed you like a puppy. She's the sweetest little goat ever. We couldn't keep her in the fence. So the best place for her to go was Catherine. She's right down the road. We get to see her all the time.
You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Something in the works is going to come full circle with that.
With Daisy?
Well, where Daisy came from.
There's Rett with another toy.
Where Daisy came from.
Okay. It's possible. Rett, that's enough, baby. They see it. That's enough.
You got shoes on? Go tell Bubba get his shoes on. It's time to go. All right, guys. We have to go.
We have to go. It's time to feed Cinco and put her up for the night. And
I know we have lots of prayer requests coming. Be praying for Brooke. She has her scan tomorrow. We did read about...
Well, this came up last night. So Brandon's, I think he said it's his dad's cousin, who was a reserve with the sheriff's office he worked for, passed. So we want to be in prayer for that family too. If y'all have anything and we didn't get to it tonight for you to put in the comments, send a message.
Email. Put it in the comments if you want to. It's still available even if we're not on.
Always.
So we got to go feed before it gets dark.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.